Alright. So y'all, this is LetalisVenator, the Aganos player to see. We're gonna go ahead and get this shit
Okay, thought
rolling.
the game froze up for a second.
Well, ready up when you're ready, bud.
Yep.
About to learn some Aganos here. Yeah.
Alright.
I guess we could go over his what do you think we should go over first?
Just in general what he wants to do, I guess.
Let me get his music on here. Where's this song at? Let's get his buttons down, I guess. But anyway, you know what to do. You know how to break down a character.
Yeah. Well, basically, with Aganos, the key word with him is control. He just wants to control the neutral, literally control where the fight takes place, and control whether he wants to stay away or just be on somebody forever, which he can do either.
But how? How did he
Alright.
do that?
Basically, the character just like against most of the cast, he kind of dominates the neutral game. His buttons are long. They reach very far, and he pretty much has a half scream stomp, which just stops anybody from trying to approach him.
Notice how he starts off with 2 chunks in the beginning of a match.
Yeah, that's his armor system, which is basically his main defensive mechanic. He can absorb any non-heavy, heavy normal, or any special attack with it.
I just broke your chunk. Oh, you got it back. But look, watch this, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the heavy punch while he's a chunk. See how before that, you saw kind of like allowed him to continue his movement, but now grounded heavies break through the armor.
And that's one of the most important things to keep in mind when fighting him, especially if he's completely on you. You can if you're blocking, you can sometimes sneak a heavy in between.
Yeah. Interesting.
Alright. So just going over his buttons. I guess I'll start with his lights first. Stand light kick is probably the button you're gonna see most Aganos players use the most, like when they're under pressure. Is typically +4. Although his frame data does change the more armor he gets, it becomes more negative. Let's pretty much stand light kicks almost always gonna be plus. So
Let's see.
And naturally you're gonna keep using that to just kind of keep pestering him, then set up his throw game too. And he also has the longest throw range in the game. So actually just block 3 times. Okay. Just block this real quick. And he can still throw you from that far away.
Let me try throwing you when you do that to me. Oh.
Yeah, and that's like a scary mix-up for him because he has the longest throw range in the game. A few characters can actually contest with it. I can only name about 3 characters off the top of my head who really can contest with his throw range: Glacius, Olgor, and Idol.
Let's see. That's interesting. What about his light punch?
His stand light punch is a good normal because of his range, but it's -3. So most characters can't press a heavy button after blocking it. And if he tries to spam it, he'll just get counter hit.
I see that.
But the thing about this move is it destroys projectiles, so it greatly helps from keeping him getting zoned out.
Oh, okay.
And both the anti-air versions and the jump versions work the same way. They all destroy projectiles.
I forgot he had the flick of the wrist. I forgot he could anti-air with that.
Yeah. This is a multi-purpose normal. It's an anti-air, and he can convert it to anything he wants to off of it, pretty much.
Oh.
So jump real quick.
Okay. Wow. What about if he had meter? Can you maybe do something with that?
Yeah, he can. I don't do this too often just because it scales a lot, but that, if you want better position, that's a good thing to do.
I see.
And naturally, something we'll go over later.
Well, just gotta hold that.
Yeah.
Off of anti-air.
He can pretty much cancel that into anything he wants to.
But you saw how, show him again the back heavy punch or light punch. I mean, look how close. It's not gonna hit up close. So I guess it's my turn up close. If he makes an input error.
Yeah.
That's
Though
cool.
some characters, like some of the taller characters in the game, that still will hit if they're close up.
I see.
But yeah, those are his two light buttons. Stand light kick is pretty much always plus, and stand light punch is a good normal just because it's good. It has pretty good range on it, especially for a light button, and it destroys
Yeah, the
projectiles, so it
utility of
helps
it,
keep
but
an eye.
yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Let's
Yeah,
go
and it
over his
keeps
memes.
Aganos from getting zoned out, which is despite him being a big body, he's actually a surprisingly difficult character to zone out in general.
Mm. He's got what he needs to get past it then.
Yeah, like he's actually a pretty strong zoner himself, but we'll go over that later.
Okay, okay.
His medium buttons, stand medium kick is honestly a very underrated button because it has surprisingly good range on it, and it's all much like it's a plus normal as well.
Okay.
Then you
It's
can pretty much
plus. Damn.
it's a pretty easy confirm, and like it goes farther than you think.
It kind of like a shoulder check, forward advancing shoulder check.
Yeah, it's the same thing with crouch medium punch.
I think that looks like it goes further out.
Well, yeah, crouch medium kick. I mean,
Good little poke.
like they're both like almost all of his grounded normals are actually plus. Like his pressure is like really very strong. Like even this button, well, have to shed a little armor first, but this button's actually +1 and look at the range on it. It's a stand medium punches, which is probably one of the buttons you'll use most in neutral
Ah, okay.
because it has good range and he can confirm pretty far from it. Like just don't block.
Wow.
So he can pretty much confirm from max range off of that button. It's like one of the main ones you'll use in neutral.
Yeah, I
Then
know you
like
do a
his
lot of
close,
wake ups
yeah,
too.
yeah. And then his close range medium punch is the fastest overhead in the game. This is a 12 frame overhead, and then like even though you're not gonna, so
Venom has a question for you.
what's up?
Venom has a question for you.
Some normals change after one. It really varies. Some normals change after one chunk. Most of them change after two though. Like if he's at two chunks, like if he's at one or zero chunks, this is +4. If he's at two, it's +2 now. But like otherwise, it's still plus. And then like if he's not armored at all, this button right here, stand hard punch, is +6, but he's still +4, even if he has two chunks. And yeah, his normals do get slower as he does armor up too. And he overall gets slower in general. Actually, yeah, I'll go over that in the next once we go over his specials and everything.
Okay.
I
was gonna ask you
too
what.
fast, people.
No, you're not. You're not. What?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you. Wasn't that close range overhead also? Doesn't that recapture?
No, he does have two recaptures, but like that's just a really fast overhead.
I thought it recaptured up close. Maybe I'm wrong.
Nah. Yeah, like it doesn't. It'll just knock him down.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a very important normal from just because how much hit stun it causes. He can pretty much.
Woof.
Yeah.
It's almost like a stagger.
Yeah, almost. Which, speaking of staggers, going to his heavies now. Stand hard punch. This is also a powerful neutral button because it checks people trying to walk forward. You know, a lot of characters can duck it. TJ's one of the ones who can't for some reason. But like, it's a very far-reaching normal.
I could roll under it though.
So much. Yeah, he can. But yeah, it's -5. So at a far range, most characters really can't do anything about it.
Oof,
It also staggers and staggers.
You could confirm it late.
Just do almost whatever he wants off of it.
Nice.
And then crouching hard punch. This is also a pretty strong anti-air for him. Like he can do pretty much anything he could do off of stand light punch. So he can do that. Oops.
It's a little trickier, huh?
Yeah. He can do that. He can pretty much confirm anything he wants to off of it. And there's actually something quite devastating that I'll get into later that he can do off of it once we go over Extinct.
What's up, Shaq? We're just teaching everybody about Aganos now.
And then stand hard kick. Actually, Actually, I'll make a wall real quick just to make it easier. This is a pretty underrated button too because it's actually only -3 and it causes a wall splat.
Jesus.
So he'll get a lot of, you'll see me throw that button out a lot, like see me throw up both these buttons a lot in neutral to check people. And then for this is probably his most important one because his main method of just controlling space, which is his crouching hard kick, just as sweet. Just because how much range it has, it's something a lot of
Isn't it overhead
have
low
trouble
up
getting
close?
around. No, but it does hit twice up close.
Oh yeah, yeah. People get confused by it. They try to block. They block the
Yeah.
first hit and they stand up for the second hit and get hit.
Yeah. Typically, Aganos doesn't want to throw that out up close just as like -12 up close or something, but it's just his main method of controlling space, and it's a reason for a lot of his winning matchups.
All characters have a hard time backdashing it too.
Yeah.
Like they'll backdash the first hit and then they'll get hit by the shockwave.
But yeah, those are his grounded normals. Wait, let me make sure I'm not anything.
I guess close
Well,
standing
technically,
punch.
yeah, his close standing punch. This is a. Hold on, I'll show something real quick. Just get to the corner real quick. Just like when he's not armored, this button is pretty ridiculous. Like he can actually do stand hard punch and convert into a stand medium kick right after.
Jesus. He looks much faster too.
Yeah, yeah. When the less armor he has, the faster the faster his normals are, the better frame advantage he has overall.
Wow.
Like and then even if he still has 2 chunks, he can still like do stand light kick after. So like this button is like probably one of his best openers. Period.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't really go for a crouching light kick. It's pretty much the same as stand light kick, and it's actually better for certain matchups because like certain characters like Sadira, they can actually low profile this button, so you want to use crouch light kick instead. Yeah, well, we'll go over that later, but that fight later. But yeah, against certain characters, you want to use this button instead just because they can't low profile it like they would be able to do stand light kick.
Okay.
And it has pretty much the same frame data, so. Yeah, those are pretty much all his grounded flashes. Going to his air numbers next. Like
What are you wearing?
Like I did go over that earlier. It's pretty much the same as his grounded one. It does destroy projectiles and everything. And this is something in his jump light kick. It's actually something I've been using more lately because the range on it is pretty deceptive.
Jesus.
Like he has very
surprising
jump normals as well. Like I've been using this button a lot more. Like I've gotten some very powerful conversions off of it. So I gotta practice more. But hold on. Let me see if I can pull this off. Just stand right there. Might need less armor, but
Try it again.
Yep, there we go.
Damn. I forgot to go over Enders with Sundowner. With Kilgore.
Uh-oh.
We gotta do a 2.0 sometime, then Sundowner.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just some jump light kick and jump light punch. Next, I'll go over his jump medium kick, which is also another important button for him because it's actually a cross up for him. And it's actually like his, yeah, and it's actually his quick. It's actually like his fastest air to air. So it's like this is something you want to use. This is his best air to air, and it's a cross up button. Like, so it's a pretty important normal for him. Then like he can like just go into an auto double right after it.
Okay,
like,
so we'll do it tomorrow.
And next is jump medium punch. I actually use this to jump back a lot just to keep people from trying to approach.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna build me a little meter real quick. Actually, yeah, just get 2 bars just because like I'm gonna go over his jump hard punch next, and you can get quite a few things off of this. All right, that's good. All right, so jump hard punch this actually causes a ground bounce, and you can do a few things off of it, like.
Oh shit.
That's a little. Typically, that does work. It's a little awkward sometimes, but.
Try again. I want to see it. Recapture.
Then yeah, that's one of his recapture shadow rolls. I'll go more into when he go over specials. And then the walls, he can also do this.
Dead.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why jump hard punches are pretty important normal for him. So ground bounce, it's also very hard for people to anti-air just because it comes out so fast.
Interesting. It's very fast. It's kind of scary actually.
Yeah. Then his jump hard kick. This button also causes a wall splash. So you see Aganos players throw it out a lot. Whether they want the wall splash or just want somebody to get away from him. Just
Can it combo into itself?
It can, but it's not something we really want to do.
I guess. Okay. Maybe get the neutral jump.
Yeah.
Man, it makes too much KV.
Yeah. Yeah, like you don't really want to do that. Like you can kind of delay it as a mix-up, but
True.
But he gets a lot off of that as well. Like he can do this.
Thanks for the sub date.
Yeah, he can do that or pretty much confirming anything he wants to off of that button. Like medium, any special, any normal, just whatever he wants to do off of it if he lands it.
Let's see. Okay, so we got his air normals out and ground normals out.
Alright, do specials now. Alright, so it's just specials. First, I'll just go over well, technically I should talk about his armor up system. This is technically a normal, but basically just press back hard punch. That's how you get. That's one of probably his main method of building armor.
Manually, yeah.
Yeah.
We could talk about the chunks and what they do after specials.
Yeah. So that's gonna take a lot just because there's so much.
Yeah.
With that.
So what are some of his special moves?
Alright. Well, first I'll go over him. Basically, just use payload assault, which is him just shooting the chunks out as a projectile. So that one, if it goes after a certain point, it actually will hit low. Like and it's actually also one thing to keep in mind about all his projectiles. They're all double digits plus on block, so like it's very strong pressure for him. In most characters, you can't even shadow counter if he does one. I'll actually get you a little middle real quick for the show. Alright.
Oh, you want me to shadow counter?
Yeah. Yeah, just to show, because like it recovers insanely fast, and most characters, and like you can't shadow counter at all.
Oh shit! I even tried doing it there. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's safe.
No, now I'm looking like an idiot.
Then like actually don't block the medium one. This is something that's very important. This is a very powerful zone and tool for him because he can convert full screen off of this.
Ow! That's a stagger, huh?
Yeah. Well, not even. It just causes ridiculous amounts of hit stun.
Let me see. Jesus.
Yeah. Then like the heavy one is just like a very powerful projectile. Like this does like I think 25% of all of them hit or something. Well, it can.
Look at the chip damage on it too. Let's show him that.
Yeah.
Closest even worse.
Yeah. Then like one thing, just look at how much meter he gets off of any one of these that's blocked. And, like both of them.
Jesus Christ. What the
So,
fuck?
like, these are.
Let me see the heavy ones. Block the heavy one.
He actually doesn't get off any meter off of that, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, because I'd be like, a bar.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you didn't get off a heavy punch. Okay.
Yeah, but like the next is this is pulverized. This is his most damaging opener. 3 hits. It's pretty easy to shadow counter, but like some characters can't even do that properly if he has enough armor. TJ's not one of those characters, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But
Oops.
you know, like if TJ shadow counters it, he'll just strip all the armor. But some characters, their shadow counters aren't fast enough to even challenge that, and even a select few characters actually can't challenge him at all from doing that, since it's like the light one is only -3. So if he spaces it right, most characters can't really do much about it. Well, some characters.
Interesting.
Right. And I'll do Shadow Pulverize next. Yeah, build me some meter first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over Shadow Pulverize next. Alright, that's good. One. Now sweep me and then try to throw me on Wake Up. Yeah, this is an important well, that's throw invincible, so it's an important defensive option for him as well. And it's the most damaging Shadow Leaker in the game, or one of them, so it like buffs Aganos damage greatly in combos. Yeah, I'll just show what it does in the combo, like, real quick. Alright. So let's just see this.
Ow, that's the damage ender. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is not even a damage ender, technically it's just a hard knockdown. They technically did give Aganos 2 damage enders in season 3, but like even without the unbreakables he's famous for, he's still one of the hardest hitting characters in the game. Alright, but yeah, those are the pulverized. The normal ones are just good combo starters for him, and they're actually pretty good at controlling space because of the priority system. So they keep they help the people trying to poke at him with.
Throw me and then try to like, let me try to backdash that shit on Wake Up, see if that works. Oh wait, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I think back throw. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna catch backdash.
Yeah, it does catch backdashes. But next we'll go over Natural Disaster, which is like it's a longer range normal. It's like heavily unsafe on block, but like if you have a good read on people, it's good. It's just not a bad idea to throw it out sometimes. And like he can confirm pretty far from a lot of normals off of this, like we showed earlier with stand medium punch.
Can he Natural Disaster pass power line?
I don't think so.
Let's see. Well, I had no health.
Depends on like it depends. Well, it also depends on when TJ's on the armor starts up. But like if after a certain point it won't.
Okay, let's see. Well, let's back up. Right. I'm gonna taunt and I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Well,
yeah, like it depends on when TJ's armor starts up, whether it'll beat it or not. But yeah, like it's a button he can pretty much confirm off of anywhere, and then like the less armor he has, naturally the easier it is to confirm. Then the medium one is the most important. Oh yeah, I forgot to go over Shadow Payload Assault.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like Shadow Payload Assault is something you'll probably see before. Like he does this, and it just causes a giant avalanche.
If I block it, let me show you what it looks like when I block it.
Yeah.
Shit sucks.
Yeah.
He could just build chunks. I can't do shit. Well, I can. Like I can actually do stuff. TJ can do stuff with Xiong.
Yeah.
TJ could like.
Well, not enough time left, but.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, TJ can roll past the. What's up? Thanks for the host, Wayne. TJ can roll past the rocks. Yeah. But even still, it can be really active. Like say like, Jago does Shadow Wind Kick to get past the rocks. Sure, he'll get the first 2 or 3 hits with the Wind Kick. But then suddenly the other rocks
will still keep coming.
Yeah, it'll stop them.
So like some characters, if they can get in with the throw to like before the rocks come out, then
it's hard.
Wolves have to be within a certain range. But yeah, that Shadow Payload Assault, and it's also that goes into one of his biggest combo damage, which I'll do when I'll go over ruin. But like back to Natural Disaster. actually build meter again because there's something that medium natural disaster and shadow payload. They're pretty important to each other. All right. Now I don't know why he can do this, but off of any medium roll, he can actually go into shadow payload assault. I don't know if that was ever intended and they just never fixed it, but like that's just something he can do for some reason. It only works with medium though. Or if he does any like natural disaster, it can also launch itself, which is also a pretty good anti-air. And if he does land that, he can also go into shadow payload. This also will hit overhead, yeah. It can cross up as well, so like it's unsafe, but it's not a bad idea to do it.
So what happens if you block it?
Well, yeah, if you block it, this move is probably one of the most unsafe in the game.
Yeah, it's super unsafe. I have all the time in the world to do whatever I want.
Yeah. And like they all travel very vastly different differences. Like heavy is nearly full screen, medium's like half screen, and light's just like
barely.
You know, it goes maybe.
You can kind of use it to bait though, right? You can like fake the range.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You can actually use the jump to like I've done this a few times to a few people where I like cancel the jump, cancel into the air roll at the very last second. They end up punishing it. It ends up punishing if they try to attack me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then like Shadow Natural Disaster actually jumped. This is actually a recapture for him, and he can hold it in place as well.
Yeah, y'all saw that earlier.
Yeah, and it also crushes high attacks, so it's not a bad defensive option against him sometimes.
Cool.
And when he holds it, he's also projectile invincible.
Nice.
You can't really show it, TJ, but
yeah, you can do it.
Well, projectile invincible.
Yeah. Do it. I have a projectile. Fucking tremor.
Tremor.
It's not that great, but it's a projectile.
Yeah.
It counts. He's got one. Okay. Jeez. I'm gonna do it right now. Go ahead.
All right.
Nope. Now I look like a dumbass. Alright, cool.
Alright, natural disaster. Next we'll go over what I meant by literally controlling where the fight takes place. He can basically change the boundaries of the stage, which is just putting a wall out.
You forgot about one thing actually.
What's up?
It's punch.
Oh yeah, ruin. Well, these two are pretty much synonymous with each other, so yeah.
True.
Ruin is an attack where he just kind of just punches you in the face, and if there's a wall behind you, it just, well, yeah.
You and the wall become friends.
Yeah. But basically, Aganos, he controls where the fight takes place, and he wants you to just get mad trying to get to him, so he can just do this to you.
It's not safe on block though, so you got to make sure you.
Yeah, naturally.
Get that right. Jesus. Crazy. I've never seen that pop up before. Nice name, The Terrible. Thanks for the follow, man.
Then ruining, like much like his other specials, he can confirm it off of almost anything. So it leads to some pretty just quick damage if you want it, like even off a stand medium punch.
Nice.
So if you just want a quick cash out, you can just do things like that, or like stand light punch, anti-air, things like that. Stand hard punch, crouch hard punch.
Yeah,
he can
builds you a house.
Yeah. Like he can even do it off a stand light kick if he wants to.
Yikes.
Then build meter real quick. Because Shadow Ruin, which is one of his most important moves. Alright, yeah, just keep attacking just keep doing yeah. So this is Shadow Ruin is completely strike invincible and probably his main defensive option.
Can't that throw you out of it though?
You can't. It is throw invincible. That's where you have to guess between using that or Shadow and Pulverize to get people off you sometimes. But
so what I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna do 2 target combos, and the third one
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw. Okay.
All right. Oops.
Oh, you took too long.
Alright.
I didn't see it. All right.
Okay,
I'm gonna get your meter back. All right, now I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yeah, I just
So
threw him
yeah,
out
it's
of it.
not throw invincible, but like it hits very hard, especially on counter hit. Like I think on counter hit it does like 21%
Hey,
or something.
let's show them the weird TJ interaction between that. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, if 2 armor moves hit.
All right, I'm gonna go full screen, and I'm gonna do 2 ducks, 2 teabags, and then do it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, let's do it again. Oh, block. Yeah. It's weird. I didn't cancel it right. I have to. It's weird for TJ. His armor activates at a weird spot, and you could make it last or decrease the armor depending on what you do.
Yeah, like if it interacts with other armor moves, then like it
Alright,
it just
here's
like goes through.
Damn!
Alright.
Oh wait, no, it's Shadow Power Line. That's what it was.
Oh, well yeah, but basically.
Oh yeah,
this
it's
is peak,
Shadow
yeah.
Power Line. It looks so weird. We're both floating into each other. It's so funny. I want to
Yeah,
see
like
it.
basically if any character with armor that does this with
One,
Aganos,
two.
it'll just like.
It's straight up killing me.
Yeah.
Broken. Man, this character's broken. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Aganos, man, like,
Actually,
oh, dude, the wall.
actually built meter. Yeah, we just show what Shadow Ruin does into a wall. Cause like the damage on that into a wall is kind of dumb. Alright, just yeah.
32%. Oh, we forgot to mention one thing about the walls.
Yeah, he can place up to 4 on the screen at once.
Let's show them. Let's show the world the power of the walls.
Just build up 4 chunks real quick.
Okay.
And then I'll place them behind me just to make it easier. So let's keep backing up.
Hold on, let me get you some armor. I mean, some meter, I mean.
Yeah, meter first. We only need 1 bar just to show this, but. Alright. 2.
Oh boy.
4. So yeah, this is just Shadow Ruin into 4 walls, which.
Oh. 87%.
Yeah. I'll go over that in a second, Alvaro. He's talking about how the unbreakable stuff works.
I just lost a hell lot of health. Oh wait, let's talk about the wall again. One more thing. Like, you see how the wall has like is standing there. Now watch this.
Yeah, if you hit him.
The more you knock him to the ground, I think 3 times to do it.
Yeah, it's 3 times. It takes 3 hits to take the wall down.
Yeah.
Or if Aganos wants to, he can just get rid of the wall himself, and he turns into pretty much just a full screen normal now.
Yep. And it recaptures too.
Yeah, the heavy one recaptures in any of the non-heavy normal stagger, as well as the projectile.
Right. You can do a low with it too.
Actually,
You can do a
yeah.
sequence. Show them the sequence.
Yeah, I'm gonna build meter real quick just so I can show.
Okay. Need a
Alright,
whole
that's
bar?
good. Yeah, this one. So he can just do this. And stuff like that isn't breakable.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. And that's another thing, like he has high brand damage unbreakable attacks due to the wall smashes. Now there is one thing someone discovered, Atsu, he did discover that certain wall smashes will be breakable depending on how close he is to the corner.
True.
But, yeah, but like I'm gonna just show, this is something you'll see a lot of Aganos players do. Build up real quick. So, oops. All right. But yeah. But yeah, this is something you'll see do for a lot of damage.
Oh my god. do it. I want to see it on the next round.
Yeah. I'll go into some of the more absurd examples of his unbreakables as well, especially like when I go over his instinct. Alright, just build me 2 bars real quick. Oh yeah, don't try to push me to the front. This one works better mid-screen. Alright, just back off the mid-screen real quick. Alright, that's good. Alright, now I'll stand hard punch. If he does land this and then goes into something like this.
Oh my fucking god. Ow.
And they can actually end up doing more damage. Sometimes not all the rocks will hit. Sometimes they will, sometimes they don't. It's a little inconsistent.
Depends on the character's body, I guess, huh?
That too as well, but like he can easily get up to the high 80s or 90s with off of those.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to mention, his armor on the ground only works, but when he's in the air, the armor doesn't work.
Oh yeah, like armor doesn't work while he's in the air. So like if somebody
And also having a lot of armor makes him heavier. It makes it harder for him to jump higher.
Yeah, it makes him a lot slower.
Look how low he jumps
now.
Yeah, so you can't even jump high.
Yeah. Like I honestly, if you're playing Aganos, I rarely advise you to have 4 chunks like ever. In season 2, it was a lot stronger. Yeah, 2 or 1. Very few matchups 3, but like typically you only want 2 or 1.
Okay.
Like it'll change based on the matchup.
Oh hey, throw that baton too. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah, the club throw.
You can hit confirm off of that.
Actually build me some meter real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, build me 2 bars. There's 2 things I want to show with this. Alright, now back off again. A little further. Just I want to show this is a full screen confirm he has. And it builds up KD really quick as well.
Jesus.
Then now, alright, now I'm keep jumping real quick.
Oh.
That does scale a lot, but it's still like an important conversion.
Yeah. Outside.
And naturally, his club, I don't think we really showed it before, but his club does like actually does do a recapture.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't forget about the club throw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when his when
Let's show the normal throws first. We've seen the normal throws. I guess we could show him the club throw.
So yeah, like his club, once he has the club out, his throw actually becomes a command throw now. So you can't tech it unless he like actually leaves a back throw, but like then yeah, that also wall smashes as well.
Jesus Christ. This character.
If he has meter, he can convert full screen off of this recapture of Arl. Like if he does have meter, he can. And yeah, like the club throw is like the fastest projectile in the game or something like that. Like nothing can really challenge it. Like Rash can't even eat it or anything.
Yeah. It goes through projectiles too.
Yeah, it destroys all the projectiles and nothing destroys it. Like some projectiles will phase through it, but nothing will ever flat out beat it.
Cheap.
All right, Ender's then Instinct next. Okay, so his first Ender, and just shed armor. First up is Payload Assault Ender. This is another method he has to build armor.
Does hardly any damage though.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, which is for a reason, but like it's his resource ender, so it's something he'll need a lot.
Yep.
Second, his Pulverize Ender, it causes a hard knockdown. The strongest one is on level 1 typically, like that causes the longest HKD, but like all Enders cause a hard knockdown. It's also his most damaging Ender as well. And actually build meter real quick. Yeah, just give me 2 bars real quick. Alright, I'm not gonna EX, I want to show how much damage these 2 Enders do together.
Okay.
Alright, this is Pulverize Ender level 4. With the Shadow Pulverize thrown in. And then this is, I'm gonna go over Natural Disaster next. This is a side switch ender for him, so it's pretty important. It's a pretty important one when he wants to like create space as well, or just like switch somebody into a corner as well. And surprisingly, this ender also really hurts too. I can't really show it because I'm a character who hurts, but still. But like next to his Pulverize Ender is his second most damaging one. Like it maybe does 2% less or so. And like I'll go over that a little more just because like to show how far it can send some characters away. So for characters that have trouble getting to Aganos, this ender is actually pretty important.
Yeah, creates a lot of space.
Yeah. And like build meter just because I want to show how much damage it actually does. Alright, one's good. Like it does almost as much as Pulverize Ender, honestly.
Why?
I don't know, just something they gave him for reasons I don't know why.
Jesus Christ.
And last but not least is his Ruin Ender. Basically, whenever he has him when he has a wall out, you want to do this one because it'll do the most damage, especially if you know it's gonna kill. It's like each wall, I can't remember how much it buffs Aganos damage. I think it's 15% per wall or something.
Yeah, what if you don't have a wall though? How much is it?
It's not that good if you don't have a wall. Let me get behind you real quick. Like if he does a wall, you really don't have a reason to Ender. Like it barely does more than the Pulverize Ender. I mean, a Payload Ender after that.
Okay.
And it doesn't really get anything off of it either. But if you do have a wall out, then
Oh. I see.
So yeah, those are all his enders.
About his instinct.
Yeah, we'll go over that in the next round.
But so the walls are good because he could put them up wherever he feels like it, and it basically makes the arena smaller. I can't jump over them or anything.
Yeah, if he wants to create a corner, you're gonna be in a corner pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Could kind of work against him sometimes though, because
sometimes against
TJ,
certain
like, you
matchups,
can
you don't
pressure
want to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so
yeah,
I'm gonna do opener Eviato.
Yeah. Whoops.
Get rid of that chuck.
Alright, so when his instinct comes out, his clubs constantly respawn. Like, this honestly is better than people give it credit for. I'll go over a few reasons why in a second, because he actually gets some pretty powerful things off of activation with it as well. So while he does this, basically he can armor up faster as well, because when he has a club, he can actually turn that into an armor. It's much faster than just doing it manually.
Way faster.
And he can just naturally put more walls up when he wants to. And, you know, he has access to half screen normals. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. You have chunks.
Fine.
I'm like, why is my combo not working? It staggers my combos.
Actually, yeah, just I'm gonna do it. Let me chunk up, then like cause I want to show what he can get off of his activations real quick.
Okay.
Like this is something me and other Aganos players have been discovering lately. Like I'm gonna jump real quick.
All right.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah, he can, like, if I space it better, he can, like, do that, and that's, like, 70% just off of an activation, so he does
Just
get a
recapture
lot
me and throw it real quick.
It doesn't work the same way, but still. But, yeah, that's something he gets off of activation, and it does pretty ridiculous damage.
That's pretty good.
I don't be able to get another one, but still. And what I'm about to show you now is something that Atsu actually found. You put a wall up, get 3 chunks. Just block this.
Block?
Yeah. That's something that Atsu found. He can actually get pretty absurd off of it.
Jesus Christ, this character.
So he does get some pretty powerful things off of the instinct activation, which is it actually makes his instinct a lot better than people thought it was initially.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and end it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Anything else you got to share? Anything cool you want to show?
I got a few things. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna give me instinct again real quick, because I want to show what happens when you try to counter break that recapture. On that, I'm gonna think that Atsu found. Wait, let me put up a second wall actually. Yep, that should be good. Alright, now go. Good. Give me some gear real quick. Alright, just get closer to the wall. And just block this like what we did before. So yeah, that can be counter broken. If you do counter break it, it does like, yeah, you're pretty much dead.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I can't remember how much it did exactly. I think it was like 92% or something.
Well, let's see. Kill
Speaking
me.
of which, actually, this is another thing I want to show what he can do. Just don't block this, but actually give me 2 bars again. Alright, and closer to the wall. This is something I have hit people with before. Try to counter break this. Oh, sorry.
Fuck. You gotta let me know ahead of time.
Yeah, but like just give me 2 bars again and try to counter break it. Alright.
What the hell?
Yeah. Sometimes it does that. Hold on. Like I've hit more than a few people with this now.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Oh!
Actually, just let me kill you real quick. Just I want to show how much it really does.
Fucking god.
Yeah, even with one water, does like 85% or something.
Why?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Actually, I think I did catch Jason with that as CEO a couple of years back.
Let's see his ultra. Oh, I want to see it.
Oh. Well, yeah, there's one more thing I want to go over to when it comes to his instinct activations. Like when he cancels his instinct off the Shadow Ruin, he's like ridiculously plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold up after you do that.
Yeah.
See the difference in see what I'm gonna do.
Let me get instinct again.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need instinct to show like what he can do after canceling them.
And get meter.
All right, and then yep, just to get Shadow Ruin and instinct cancel.
I'm gonna hold up and you hold up after I block it. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like a whole fucking
like
2 seconds.
Yeah, he's ridiculously plus after doing that, so it's like a pretty like he can just if he has meter and he has instinct, it's not a bad idea for him to just throw that out because if they get hit, then they'll get hit, and if they don't, then he's just on you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's basically everything.
Got any cool combos you want to show off real quick?
Uh,
Maybe like a basic,
sure.
like I don't know, something for beginners to like try and do to get things rolling. I don't know.
Well, yeah, if you have a like, this is something that's not hard to do. Just overhead like payload. You can do whatever normal you want after that.
Okay.
Like, give me some meter real quick, cause like I'll just show which normals he can actually like go into like shadow payload assault off of. All right, so he can go into shadow payload off of this normal, this one, or fire HP right here. Like if you land either of those three of those, you can just go into shadow payload assault.
Oh my god.
Like his combo structure is pretty simple overall, just because how big he's just he's a
Yeah.
tank character, so nothing too complicated when it comes to that. But other than that, I think that's really it though.
I guess just kill me and show me the ultra.
Yeah, sure.
Show people what the ultra looks like. You got any ultra swag you want to show off?
Not with him really. He doesn't really have much.
I figured, because I don't feel like he had anything except for recapture, maybe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pop instinct. This is his ultra combo.
I guess one of the shortest. The shortest.
Cool. Alright. You want to do a couple matches? Maybe like 2 or 3 matches?
Sure, and go over matches, whatever.
I kind of want to just do a fight just to show him, like, what it's like to fight Aganos. The scariness, the fear. Gargo's Ultra sucks? I like Gargo's Ultra.
Yeah, what to say? I like his.
Okay, it looks really cool. I don't like Maya's.
Yeah, hers just takes too damn long.
She's standing there like looking at you like, alright, we get it, bitch. Uh-oh. Now I'm where he wants me. Uh-oh. I like your patience. Forgot I'm dealing with a smart person here. Oh no, I'm bad! Am I gonna get recaptured?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jace. What's up, Jace? Welcome back. Aganos is terrifying in the corner. Oh shit. Wow, I learned my lesson. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'm bad, I'm bad. Nice bait. Oh, nice. He interrupted me. I committed. Uh-oh. Well, I had a nice life bar there for a second at least.
Oh yeah, I didn't do it longer beforehand.
I saw that. If you didn't do that, I would have. It would have been.
Yeah. Oops.
I think he's probably gonna die. Nope, he's still living. Fuck. That was scary. My heart. I think TJ and Aganos are pretty even. I think TJ
is 5-5.
I think TJ has some things that go over like yeah, we'll go over matchups after this. We'll go to like train. We'll just go to catch like offline mode. You know what I mean? Just look at it and talk about it. But
because he does have a lot of winning matchups, like a lot. So I'll have to go over all of them. Because I'm actually trying to work on something to teach people how to fight him as well.
Shadow Powerline, you mean?
Certain fight.
Wait, Shadow Superman? You talking about Aganos' Superman punch? Aganos' Ruin? Yes, it does more damage.
Aganos' Shadow Ruin might be one of the hardest hitting single attacks in the game.
Yeah, it's super damaging. Let's do one more match and we'll go over.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I think I do light kicks because you just showed it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, he's got the chonks. This is where I don't want to be right here. You see where I'm at? That's why I don't want to be.
Oh shit, I forgot to go over his 4 HK.
I guess we could do that after.
Yeah, that's a pretty important button too because it low crushes. And you can also go into payload assault off of that.
Damn, you threw me, you fucking bastard. You are so not biting. Oh, fuck. Ow! I'm scared, no! I have to pay the price now. Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. Doing it. I have to.
Yeah.
Ow! Oh, great. Nice to get his chunks back. And he can walk through my explosion on my instinct.
Yeah.
No fear. Oh, and set me up for the kill. I took the hit. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and... Oh no! People's elbow! Oh! Well guys, that's how the fight is between TJ and Aganos. Momentum.
And typically, when fighting Aganos, even if your character beats them, you're one mistake away from just...
Death.
Yeah.
ultimate death. So let's go to the character select screen offline and
Sure.
do a quick, just a quick snap through of each character. All right, let's do. I'm gonna go practice mode. It's easier that way. All right, so what do you think about? Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
What about Jago?
Jago, this fight's always been like in season 2. Aganos won it. Right now it's 5-5 because of the heavy armor change. You know, Jago's 4 roundhouse and he has a near half screen overhead, which helps fighting Aganos a lot. But overall, Aganos does still have the stronger neutral buttons. When he has meter, Jago can't throw a fireball like at all.
He just fucking go right through it with the punch, right?
Yeah, Shadow Rule, and then he just eats however much damage through a wall, and then like Aganos can just like counters on him as well. Like Jago's neutral buttons are strong enough, and then like when he doesn't have meter, his fireball is a good tool in the neutral. And then like he's pretty when Jago has meter, which is not hard for him at all. He's pretty good at removing armor because of Shadow Fireball. And once that happens, Jago has infinite plus frames. So, but like on the flip side, if Aganos has Jago down, then Aganos doesn't have to respect his DP or anything. So,
okay. What about Wolf?
As annoying as this fight is for me, Aganos beats Wolf. Like the neutral is very hard for Wolf. It's hard for him to touch Aganos at all. But like overpower is just such an annoying button when he does finally get to him. But overall, the neutral and the damage that Aganos does in neutral just makes it too hard for Wolf to really get anything going.
Okay. What about Glacius?
He also wins this fight just because like Glacius is forced to play footsies with him. That's not something Glacius can really do. And like if he can't really set up hail without meter, Glacius has a very hard time removing armor.
I see.
So like Glacius's heavy buttons aren't the best, and he doesn't have the mobility to like really escape Aganos like that. And then like and if he does any jump normal or any like long range normal or shatter or anything just raw, like Aganos can just punish it for free.
Ah, okay.
And like Aganos, he actually outzones Glacius because like his own projectiles are faster than his. So right. Like once Glacius gets meter, he can make something happen, but before that happens, it's hard for him to really get anything going. He's forced to like try to contest with Aganos' buttons.
What about Thunder?
He also wins this matchup. Like naturally, the nature of Thunder's characters, if he touches Aganos, is gonna be a problem. But like actually doing that is a problem because like Thunder can't really deal with the Peacemakers at all. Like if he doesn't smother Aganos early, he's in for a long fight. And like naturally, it's not hard. Even if he has instinct, it's still hard for him to approach this because like Pulverize is a mostly hitting thing, so he can catch Thunder trying to dash in.
Gotcha.
So like Aganos just controls space in that fight, and then like when he has a Peacemaker, it's like Thunder's gonna have a hard time trying to get in without eating a lot of damage himself.
What about Shadow Jago?
This is one of Aganos' few losing matches, but it's probably out of his losing ones, it's probably the least difficult, just because like it's difficult to contest with Shadow Jago's jump hard punch, and he does have a lot of strong tools to remove armor, and actually his Shadow Surge dive kick and DP.
Eat chunks up, huh?
Aganos kind of has to sacrifice chunks willingly to be able to really fight Shadow Jago. Like Shadow Jago does have the advantage in this matchup, just like his forward heavy kick, the step kick is like a very difficult button for Aganos to deal with as well.
Okay, Sadira.
I used to think this fight was even, but honestly, Aganos wins this too. Like Sadira, much like Thunder, she just really can't approach him in the neutral at all. Like when she gets over his head, it's a problem. But like when me and Damien played this other day, he just had hell trying to actually get it. Or the other week, he just had hell trying to actually get to me at all.
Yeah, like swatting a fly.
Then like if he forces her into a ground fight, then she can't really do anything because she's not that kind of character either.
Right.
Like she does have a few advantages that other characters don't. Like she can her sweep actually does low profile to stand light kick, so Aganos have to change his pressure a bit. But other than that, the neutral is he just makes things very hard for her in the neutral.
Gotcha. Okay, what about Orchid?
Yeah, it's like the Thunder matchup. She has a bit of an easier time than Thunder though, just because her heavy buttons are longer, but overall he just controls the neutral versus her as well. And then like one thing versus Orchid, if he has a wall behind her, then her instinct is completely shut down. Like the cats won't come out at all. So that eliminates one of Orchid's main mix-up games, and he doesn't have to respect the grenade either when she has her vortex started.
see.
So like it's like the Thunder matchup, but she has somewhat of an easier time than Thunder, even though Aganos still wins it.
Okay. Spinal.
This matchup's 5-5, but it might be the most 0 to 100 matchup in the game, to be honest with you. Like the nature of Spinal's the nature of both their characters just like interact with each other in weird ways. Like Spinal, they both have very strong grounded normals. Like Spinal, he has maybe the strongest high-low threat versus Aganos just because his slide is a heavy normal and his overhead is as well, so he can bypass armor really well.
Okay.
You know, when Spinal, you of all people know when Spinal gets his Vortex started, it's just like
It's trash.
yuck. But like on the flip side, Spinal's one of the weakest characters defensively, so if Aganos does win the neutral versus him, like the neutral between these two goes either way, so whoever which is either if Spinal wins, he's just gonna run Aganos over. Aganos wins, he's just gonna flatline Spinal in a second.
Okay, what
So
about...
it's basically just one.
Go ahead.
It's basically just one character is just gonna run a train over, and the other one's just gonna one shot together
Die.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about full gore?
This has always been one of Aganos' hardest matchups. It's gotten better over time, but like still, Fulgor has always had the advantage on Aganos. His heavy normals are really good, and he has probably the strongest Vortex in the game. He's good at removing armor as well because he has a 2-hitting laser and everything. You know, he has one of the fastest overheads in the game. His sweep being a target combo gives him a strong blow threat against Aganos as well. So like Fulgor has always won this matchup. Like Aganos can fight the neutral better than he could before, especially since his heavy DP isn't invincible anymore. That used to be a big thing because it's a 3-hit invincible move, so he just remove armor like that.
Gotcha.
But like, yeah, it's still one of Aganos' harder fights, and probably always will be as long as this game exists.
True. All right, TJ combo.
Yeah. Like I think this fight's 5-5 too. Like Aganos can definitely control the neutral versus TJ, but like TJ, he has really strong counterpulls against Aganos as well. And like he has the role to help bypass certain things if he times it right.
Yeah.
And like TJ's instinct is a big equalizer against Aganos as well, because like once that happens, it's hard for him to really contest anything. It's like either make a read on Shadow Pulverize when you think he's gonna shoot toss or anything, which is something that other characters don't have versus TJ when he's in Instinct at least. But
true.
These are it's two very high damaging characters, and like TJ, well, Aganos can just bully him just as bad as well. And naturally, his neutral buttons are stronger than TJ's as well, so like it's nothing impossible for either.
True that. What about Maya?
It's an even fight, but it's also a very annoying one, much like Wolf, because like her back hard punch is a very strong normal against him, but it's like all her heavy normals are good. They're all shadow counterable, so eventually Aganos will be able to like just shadow counter any one of her heavy normals she tries to pressure with them. And like she's not the strongest when she's knocked down either, so. Okay. And naturally, Aganos doesn't really have to deal with the unblockable because though Maya, she bypasses armor well, she doesn't remove it at all. She doesn't remove it very well at all. And then like if she actually throws the unblockable at the wrong time and Aganos shatter ruins through it, she loses her daggers for a while. They're just like kind of flat on the space for a bit.
Conra.
I think Aganos wins this fight just because Conra, he can fight the neutral pretty well, but like if he messes up once, then he cannot contest just about anything Aganos does. Like he's one of the few characters I mentioned earlier that can't contest with Pulverize, so Aganos can just keep spamming that on him. If he spaces the right, Conra can even shadow counter it correctly. So like if he messes up once, he's just stuck for good, and Aganos can control where the fight takes place. Like Conra has some very annoying heavy normals that can be a little tricky to get past, but like it's nothing Aganos can't deal with, and then like Conra cannot deal with Aganos on him, like period.
Okay. Riptor.
Yeah, this is Freedom of Death. Heavy normals don't ignore armor, so her back hard punch will go through armor, but it won't get rid of it.
Yeah,
so like Aganos just has to block. He'll keep his armor even if he doesn't block it. He'll just like bypass it.
True.
But yeah, Riptor, this is definitely Aganos' worst matchup. Riptor just closes the gap too fast. She has some of the strongest heavy buttons in the game. Like her run forward HK is like a heavy hitting low, and she has 2 overheads. One of them that removes armor well since it hits 3 times, and actually her jump hard punch if Aganos messes up, that'll just remove armor instantly. And Riptor is just plus on just about everything, and it's difficult if she does remove armor. Aganos won't get her off of him just because she can armored headbutt beneath through everything to stop all his options. So if he doesn't play the neutral right, he's just gonna be stuck blocking forever, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Riptor has always been his worst fight.
What about Oman?
Omen's 5/5. Like he can play footsies with Aganos pretty well, and naturally, if he gets the right fireball pattern, it will remove armor. But problem is, the right fireball pattern won't always come out. And then he really can't get. He has a hard time both anti-airing Aganos and getting Aganos off of him. So then, like Aganos can kind of counter zone him as well, just because like how well peacemakers work against Omen, and like it's hard for Omen to get his air game working. Like
Jace.
Omen. Yeah, but like people forget that Omen's just about as strong a ground fighter as he is in the air, so that's not really a big detriment to him.
Facts. All right.
Yeah.
What about the Aganos matchup? No, I'm kidding. All right, Hisako.
Some people disagree with me on this, but I do think this fight is even. Like, sure, if Hisako does get on Aganos, she's gonna maul him, like she'll maul anybody, but like Aganos does have control over the neutral just because like Hisako can't really get past the stomp that well. She has to, without meter, she has to try and make a read on the teleport.
Yeah.
And like once Aganos does build meter, which he will do by just stomping her to death, he has some pretty scary mix-ups versus her since he can do a lot of projectile-based offense, which Hisako can't counter. And although if Hisako gets on Aganos, he has to guess, but he has to guess 5 times before he dies. Hisako only gets to guess once.
Okay. Cinder.
This is 5/5. It's a very slow-paced matchup. Like, naturally Cinder's a hit and run character. One thing Aganos can do that other characters can't, he can actually flick the pyro bombs to keep him from sticking on him. But like the thing about Cinder is once he's fired up, he only needs one move to like remove all the armor. No, Cinder, and then like naturally Cinder is not a footsie heavy character, but his heavy buttons are really good for pressure. So like his heavy target combos, if he does remove armor, are pretty strong against Aganos. And like on the flip side, naturally Aganos, he heavily out damages Cinder, and then like if he gets Cinder behind the wall, he can just kind of keep spamming and stand medium punching. Cinder's gonna have a hard time to really do anything about it. And like naturally he doesn't have to respect Cinder's reversal either. Like even if he actually does shadow DP, like Aganos can actually absorb one hit and then like he can like shadow room to punish Cinder.
Gotcha. All right. Arya.
This is the only other fight that Aganos loses. She has control of her neutral and she has like a lot of great ways to remove an armor, but like out of his losing matchups, like this and Shadow Jacob are probably his least problematic just because the nature of Arya's character, she cannot mess up once at all.
I see.
Like she has to be careful throwing out assists too, because like if he shadow ruins just one assist, that's like 50% done.
Oh yeah, it's done for her.
Yeah, like one shadow ruin to an assist does 50%. If Arya hits it, and if Arya gets hit herself, that's gonna be like 65% if it's a wall behind her. So she controls the fight. She has a lot of strong safe ways to remove armor. If she messes up once, it's just gonna hurt a lot.
What about Kim Woo?
This is, to me, it's heavily in Agnos' favor, and it's like Arya has a few, but like I'll talk about that later if you want to, Stilo. But like, yeah, Kim Woo, this is one of the most lopsided fights in the game. This is heavily in Agnos' favor. I think it's a 7-3 matchup, honestly.
Jesus.
Like much like Thunder and Orchid and Saberwolf, she has a hard time fighting him in the neutral. But unlike those three, she lacks the vortex or the long range duels to really do anything to Agnos to make him scared at all. Like she can't really contest with his buttons, and she can't really like mix him like those two can. So she has the hardest time actually getting to him. If he wants to, he can bully her just as easy. Like he can abuse her or play his lane if he wants to, as he sees fit, and she can't really do anything about it. And then she doesn't remove armor easily as well, so that just doesn't help. And like the only thing she really has that does remove well is her shadow overhead, but that move starts up so slow that Aganos can generally just like flicker out of it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Tusk.
This is a favorable matchup for Aganos just because Tusk has a hard time dealing with the stomp, and like if he has one chunk, it's like he's actually good at sneaking in buttons through the deflect, and then like he can't really. Aganos is one of the few characters that can actually zone Tusk out. His heavy buttons are good, but they're generally too slow to really touch Aganos.
Okay.
And like Aganos just keeps controlling the loop in the neutral, and he just keeps pushing Tusk back. And then like if he has a wall behind him, Tusk has to watch what he does.
Right. Okay. What about Arbiter?
this fight favors Aganos as well, just because like much like Con Ra, you saw when Sonic played this, he has a hard time challenging a lot of Agnos' pressure. Then like unlike most characters, he doesn't have to respond. Revenant Sly, yeah, he's top 10 for sure. But like but yeah, like Aganos, he doesn't have to respect Arbiter stand hard punch, which is a big thing. He can either stand like or stand light kick or stand light punch to challenge it.
I see.
Then naturally, like when he has armor, it gives him an added protection against Arbiter's grenade, vortex, and everything.
Okay. Rash.
This fight's 5-5 as well. Naturally, Rash, he probably has the best heavy buttons in the game.
Yeah, he
But
does.
like one thing that about he doesn't remove armor easily, and one thing about Agnos is he severely limits Rash's mobility, like compared to everybody else in the game. Then he suffers from the same thing. If there's a wall behind him, his bikes won't come out either.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like naturally he has due to his heavy buttons, it's not too bad for him. Then like his overhead is a recapture and it's a heavy hitting overhead. So like that's a powerful tool versus Aganos, and his throw game as well.
I see.
And then naturally, if Rash does remove armor, it's going to be a rough time just because like how his vortex worked. But like he's pretty much strictly forced to fight on the ground versus Aganos, and that's something Aganos can handle very well.
Okay. All right. What about Mira?
Surprisingly, Aganos does win this fight.
Really? I
Because,
feel
like,
like
even
they're the
though-
opposite.
Yeah, like Nikki thought this at first too until we played at an EC, but like thing about Mira is she has a lot of multi-hitting moves, but none of them really hit overhead or hit heavy or anything. So the Aganos can just block a lot, and she has to spend a lot of blood to really try and open him up. Then like once he gets full screen, if she tries to shoot fast, he can medium payload on reaction and like full screen roll to punish her. And naturally, Agnos' damage output with her, if she's spending so much blood opening him up, he's just building meter. He just only has to absorb one attack and like go on the shadow payload and just like kill her for that. Like if she can't keep the fight mid-screen, she's pretty much done.
Gargos.
Next to Kim Boo, this is probably the strongest matchup to me. Because like Gargos, he has one or two plays to play it. He can try to control neutral, he can try to play full grappler, but if he messes up once, he's pretty much not going to get Aganos off of him. Then naturally he can't pop instinct versus Aganos like he can versus other characters, because it's like he'll just get heavy to death, and even if he tries to explode, Aganos will just plow right through it.
I see. All right. Rom.
Similar to like Thunder, it's almost the same thing as a Thunder matchup. It's just like he wins just because Aganos can't touch him. He can't really get to Aganos easily at all. He has a bit of an easier time just because like his run grabs they have one hit of armor. So yeah, he has a few armored moves that help him get to Aganos a little better. And then like once he's in stand hard punch range, he can just kind of keep pestering him with that. Then the range of his command throws help him a little better. So it's like slightly in Aganos' favor, but not like too ridiculous or anything.
Okay. Idol.
This fight's 5-5. Like the warrior body can struggle a bit just because like the neutral, just because his normals aren't as long, but he has the speed and the mobility to make up for that. And then like mage form has amazing rounded heavy normals. Naturally, it'll remove armor pretty fast. But like if mage form gets stuck in the corner with Aganos, he's in a rough time. Then like Aganos, he has some pretty good tools at dealing with Idol's instinct compared to other characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like naturally due to the armor, he can't really DP, and like if he has meter, he can shadow run through most of the stuff.
Okay.
And like he's like the only character who can actually shadow counter idols on the club swings and instinct as well.
Oh, okay. What about Kilgore?
Despite what people think, this match was 5-5. Like I did actually play this with Ibuki recently. Even he realized that staying full screen doesn't work for Kilgore. He had better success when he tried to go in when he had to go in a little. So Kilgore can definitely win. He can remove armor very easily if Aganos just doesn't block right. But like if Aganos just blocks, he'll just build up a lot of meter. Then eventually Kilgore will be forced to go for more missiles, which Aganos can deal with much easier than the bullets.
Okay.
He has to it's kind of like a mid-screen fight that both characters play pretty well.
Okay. Shinsaku.
Aganos wins this matchup too, basically for the same reasons he beats him a Kim Woo Orchid and the others. He just like has too much control over the neutral. Like she can't deal with his long range buttons if like it's basically it's almost like fighting Hisapo if she didn't have her parry. She just kind of has to hold everything.
I see. Okay. And last but not least, Eagle.
I used to think Aganos won this fight, but it's actually a 5-5. It's true that Eagle can't really contest with Aganos at all if he does get on him, but like he plays the neutral well enough to make that not a problem. Like he is definitely, and then Aganos does have some tools against Eagle's Vortex, like Shadow Wall being projectile invincible helps out greatly versus Eagle. But like if Eagle plays it smarter, he can still do that. And, like naturally, he has enough tools to fight Aganos pretty well.
I see.
Like I used to think Aganos won that. If it's true, if Aganos does get on Eagle, he's just gonna end things in like a second. But like Eagle can make it pretty hard to actually get there.
All right. Well, that's all the matchups.
Yeah, like I said, I've been saying this for a while, but nobody agreed with you until Nate at first. Like he's been a top 10 character for a long time.
Seems extremely powerful. Does anybody have any questions for Letalis here, or what? Man, but thanks for the big ass breakdown. That was a fucking long breakdown.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
I knew too. I was like, this is gonna take a long day, long stream. Do that.
Yeah.